greetings. Okay, so we have a little bit of a discrepancy. I'm trying to go live on TikTok too, and it's not working. So I'm gonna have to let them know that TikTok is not trying to fuck with me. So they want me to verify my age, and I guess it takes 24 hours to do that. I didn't know all that. If I would have known that, I would have prepared. I would have prepared for this already, and I had no idea. So hey, hey, ladies, hold on. I can't see y'all. I gotta do it from my iPad. Okay, sorry for the sound. Hey, not looking like a snack, sis. Nah, thank you though. I appreciate it. I don't feel like a snack, but yeah, I'm frustrated with TikTok because I was like, I'm gonna do this TikTok, so they're not letting me do it. So what I'm going to do is um I'm gonna just make a post on TikTok and tell them to come over here for now because it won't let me right now. Um um which the review will take. Well, yeah, it's gonna take 24 hours to. I wish I would have known that. I would have researched that yesterday so I could have went on live TikTok because I've never did live on TikTok. I don't know how I got on there, but I don't know. So I'm like, okay. Okay. So I see you guys in the chat. For those of you first come first served, if I'm choosing 5 people, but you gotta leave a fairy emoji in the chat so I can know who the 5 are and then leave your questions. So I'm gonna call y'all out by name. So I'm gonna do the one card pull first, and then I'm gonna get into the main reading, which is the fairy prediction, love predictions for 2025, and then I'm gonna do the how you make your own Walu Fairy Water. So kind of similar to like Florida water and stuff like that. It's just fairy water. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, so let me post this on TikTok because I don't want people looking for me and I'm not there, which kind of sucks. You know, it literally sucks. So hold on. It's so corny. Like, why are they doing that? Aw, thank you. Hey sis. Hey Lexus, how are you? Thank y'all for joining. Everybody that's on here. Okay, so let me see. Like, who do we have on here so far? I want to make sure we have everybody. Um, so I'm looking for my 5. I'm looking for my 5 ladies. Let me see. We have um, hey Tawanda, hey Christina, hey Kyla, Brianna, Tori, Ro. How are you? And Alexis. Tawanda, did I say hi? I think I did. I think I said hi to everybody. Um, yeah. I'm on TikTok trying to do this shiznit, trying to let people know, like, hey, like, okay, that sucks. That's corny TikTok. That's really corny. Thank you. That's really corny TikTok. How dare you? All right, so let's see who put their emojis, their fairy emojis in the chat. Please like this video, y'all. Okay, we trying to do something over here with our ghetto fairy lives every Friday. I would like to make this a community thing for my mystical divine fairy energies, male or female does not matter. I'm bringing realism to our mysticism. So yes, we all about the magical, the spiritual, but we have to have some realism, some practicality to our spirituality. So yeah, that's what the ghetto fairy is all about. So let me see who I got here. I have, hold on one question. Christina, Kyla, Brianna, Tori, that's 4. My 5th is Tawanda, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So Christina, Kyla, Brianna, Tori, and Tawanda are my first 5. So I'm going to do a 1 card pull for you guys, okay? So my first 5 ladies that left the fairy emoji. If you could leave your questions in the chat if you don't mind. If it's something sensitive, then just email it to me and just let me know. So yeah, and then while we're waiting, while we're doing that, I just want to make a quick announcement. If you guys are interested in a 2025 reading, I am offering that on my website right now. That is going to be a pretty extensive reading. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty extensive reading. So with that forecast, it's available on my website, by the way. I should put it in the chat, should put the link in the chat. But we'll be uncovering all of the energies and lessons that will guide you throughout the year. I'm going to do a quarterly breakdown in that reading session as well, just to explore the energies of each season throughout the year of 2025. We'll touch on things such as like our key life areas. So just to gain deeper insights into like specific areas such as love and relationships, um, career and finances, health and well-being, and then our spiritual journey. And then alongside of that, I'm gonna have like a personalized action plan for y'all. Okay. Um, so like rituals, action, steps that you can take throughout the year that's going to help you out. Kind of a little bit of coaching and a little bit of like tarot involved in that. So like affirmations, rituals for you to align better with your year. Um so it's more than just like a future prediction type of thing. It's more so of a tool to just empower you for that year, like to help guide you. So yeah, it'll help you stay grounded, help you stay connected, and have clear intentions for 2025. So yeah, just check out my website, and it should be like one of the first things that you see on my shop available if you're interested. Okay. So let's see what questions you guys have so we can start the live. Oh, okay. All right, sis. So I have room for one more fairy. Somebody leave. If I did not call your name, leave your fairy emoji in the chat so you could be that 5th person to get that free 1 card pull. So shout out to you, sis. Thank you, Tori. That was sweet of you. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. You did not have to do that, but you did. That was very sweet. So, um, Christina, yours was your question is what is the good news coming for you in love in 2025? Tawanda, your question is what is the best approach for you to take 2025 by storm? So 3 more people I need. Um, Kyla, your question, Brianna, your question, and then that one extra person I'm looking for you. So just leave your fairy emoji so I can choose you. Okay, so you can get your free 1 card pull. All right. So, Christina, I'm going to ask you to choose either a tarot deck, because I do have my love fortune cards, by the way. So, if you want a tarot card or you want one of these, because the oracle card is going to be just straight to the point as far as like that goes. So, yeah, you want 1 card tarot or 1 card of one of my love fortune oracles. These are my cards, by the way. These are cards I made a few years ago. So it does have like kind of like love predictions and keywords and stuff like that on there. So whichever one you prefer. And I'm just waiting on Kyla. I'm waiting on Brianna, and then one more person. Leave your fairy emoji so I can choose. Yeah. Okay, because Tori, I think she was just participating by putting the fairy emoji in the chat, but not really. She didn't want to read. So one card tarot. Okay, got you. Okay, so Christina, what is the good news coming for you in love in 2025? What is the good news coming towards you in 2025 when it comes to love in relationship? Let's see. Um, okay, so you have the Emperor, which it's a woman in this deck, but as far as your love predictions go, um, I feel like you're closer to having or to aligning with the person that is a vibrational match to you. Spirit doesn't want you to come down off your throne and who you are and settle. Like Spirit saying remain in that place. Like you hold the key to the love life that you're trying to manifest, that's ultimately aligned with your highest and best self. And not to say like you have to be this perfect person, but like the person that is a work in progress, a person that knows what they want, a person that's not willing to settle or compromise themselves, their morals, not willing to be inauthentic to themselves just to have somebody. You know what I mean? So as long as you stay true to that, because the Emperor card rules Aries and Mars, and Aries is the first house you know about astrology. So you know that this is about you being clear on who you are. What is your I am self? The more you stay true to that, that's going to align you with the right person that resonates with the core you. And I think I read this for you, didn't I? I don't know. It feels like I said this to you. I could be tripping. I don't know. But Aries energy could be significant in a way beyond just like the first house, the self, and the I am. It could be more to it than that. But um you're more closer to having that than not, especially the more self-assured you are, the more confident you are in yourself and who you are as a spiritual being, as a person, because the Emperor in this deck is a woman. So there, it's not about gender roles and things like that. It's just being governed in yourself and who you are in your life, and you're not compromising that. So 2025, I do feel like Aries season could be very significant when it comes to your love life. I'm not sure in what way, but just like what I'm picking up right now, you hold the key to, you choose. Like, yeah, the person is ultimately meant to choose you as well, but you choose who and what you choose, like who you choose to be with. You choose that. You choose what you put up with and what you will not put up with. And I feel like as long as you stay on the path of staying true to and blue to you, you're closer to manifesting your Emperor more than you realize and what you know. Um, the first house, something with the number one could be significant. So it could be the first of the year going into Aries season could be a very significant time for you. So I hope that, gives you some reassurance. Okay. It's just one card, messages straight to the point. But yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, Ro. Thank you, sis. Yeah, Tori. Tori said to the fifth fairy, which is Ro, you're the fifth fairy. Thank you, sis. Just leave your comment in the chat if you feel comfortable. If not, you can just email it to me. Let me know if you didn't feel comfortable leaving in the chat, and just email it to me so I can go check it. Okay. All right. So next up is Tawanda. Okay, Kyla. And then Kyla, and then Brianna, I see you, and then Ro, I'll get to you. Okay. So Tawanda, your question is, what's the best approach for you to take 2025 by storm? Okay. All right, cool. Let's tap in. Let's see. For Miss Tawanda, what is the best approach for her to take in 2025 by storm? I like that question. We're gonna take it by storm. We're not 2025 is the year of the, is it the year of the eight? Or nine. Wait, hold on. Wait. 25, 7, 2, 8, 9. 9. That's my life path number. What's good, 2025? Yeah, that let's see what's going on. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Okay. For Miss Tawanda. Yeah. Number 9 is like that master number. Ooh, we got 6 of wands. Look at that right there, God. Look at that right there. So how do you take 2025 by storm? You keep going. You keep going, you keep pushing, especially if you've been kind of like having a little, some internal battles or things not really perceivingly not going your way, or seems like the odds have been stacked up against you and things like that. You're 9 too. Hey, shout out to the life path number 9s. I gave you a cyber high five real quick. But no, like 6 of wands to me is like that aftermath of the 5 of wands, like the battle, even if it's with the self, even if it's something that nobody knows about but you, it's like private battles, private breakthroughs that you've been having. The 6 of wands is a year where I feel like you might feel more confident about yourself. So keep pushing, keep going, because it's going to reflect in the year of 2025. Whatever you've been doing in this year and previous years where you've been trying to like persevere and push through it all, it's going to show approve in the year of 2025. It might be something that is noticeable to others, very attractive energy. You might have some haters here and there, but I feel like you're going to be very strong and convicted in like yourself, because you knew what you had to go through to get to where you are. It wasn't an easy gain. So it could be things that you go for that maybe you said, I don't know if I can, like kind of playing small a little bit, or feeling like, oh, I can't do it, I'm not ready. But moving forward into 2025, I feel like you are going to take things, like you're taking things by storm, is not playing small anymore. You being confident in who you are, being confident in your approaches. With that horse, I don't know why. Sometimes, like, I hear this song, like, when I think of horses, I think of the song Wild Horses. And maybe there's something with that, but it's like, I can't be tamed. And not like in a sense of like you're in control, like, like you're not in control of yourself and you're doing too much. It's not really coming from that perspective. It's more so coming from a place of, I'm not going to allow limits to keep me stuck, to keep me away from my blessings, to keep me away from experiences that otherwise, like, I might need these experiences, even if they don't go my way or may not turn out the way that I expect them to. These are necessary experiences I'm supposed to have. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Miss Celeste. Celestial Goddess Tawanza. Okay. Yeah, that 6 of wands card is like, I'm just not here, because some people like, oh, this person on they high horse, they think they the shit, they think they all that. And it's like, well, you didn't know what it took for me to get here on this motherfucking horse. Like, I had to fight, I had to go through a battle. Okay. Yes, you're welcome. All right, so my next fairy on the list, Miss Kyla, then Brianna, and then Miss Rowe. So Kyla, let me see, where you at, girl? Where you at? Where you at? I know I just seen it. Am I tripping? Why are these heifers so loud? Any love coming towards you in 2025? All right, any love coming towards you? Let's see what the potential energies are around that. The Wild Woman era. Yes. Tori, was it you? I think it was you that recommended that book to me. I could not think of the name, but I'm pretty sure it was the Wild Woman book. Um, a very highly recommended book by a lot of people, actually. And The Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. I think I mentioned that in someone else's reading last week's live. But yeah, let's see. Any love coming towards Kyla in the year 2025? In the year 2025, you have 5 of Pentacles. Um, I'm not one to just like flat out just like see the tarot is it's just only this and that's that. It's nothing else. I'm not one to do that. I'm going to set. I'm gonna trust that this is like until you do something, right? That's kind of the energy. Until or unless you do X, Y, and Z, no or yes, you will, right? So 5 of Pentacles energy is you might need to deal with some sort of level of abandonment, some level of feeling rejected or fear of rejection, fear of being abandoned, fear of being overlooked, fear of not being chosen or picked, a fear of like maybe measuring yourself up to someone else, or the potential of like, what if there's someone better, what if I'm not the best or good enough for someone. You got to deal with those things first. um this energy might be reflected through other people. Like, spirit might use other people as a soundboard for you, or maybe even have been using people as a soundboard for you. Like, while you're thinking that other people will reject you and abandon you, or the fear of that, they may be kind of wondering the same, or they might have similar fears. If not like you triggering that for them, it could just be they already have that inherently. So it's kind of like it takes the pressure off, and you see yourself as human. Like, I'm human. It's okay. Um it's okay to like kind of fear losing something that you really want, or someone that you really love, or potentially putting, yourself out there and then getting your hopes up. Like, that's human, but spirit doesn't want you to take that on as that's your reality, or that's your only reality. You know what I'm saying? So until you deal with this, no, right? It's not like a flat out no, nobody's ever coming towards you. But I feel like until you deal with this Five of Pentacles energy, it is, it is a potential block. It is a potential block. So, just to keep it real and keep it grounded, be straight up, what I see that, yeah, because I don't feel like it's just set in stone, like, no, you're not. You're never gonna have anybody. No. No, that's not the case. So, Miss Kyla, that is what I see for you. That's what I'm picking up from your message. Let's go ahead. Why are these cards flipped up? I hate when my cards do that. They flip face up where I'm trying to shuffle. Next reading was for Brianna, right? Yeah, Brianna. When might your life partner and you commit to each other? When might you guys do that? All right. Y'all asking all the love predictions. I ain't even got to the main reading yet. But no, I get it. It's personal, so I get it. You want a personal for yourself message. Let's see. Um, let's see. When might Brianna and her life partner commit to each other? When might they come together and commit? You're welcome, sis. You're welcome, Kyla. Thank you for coming on. I don't know if you're gonna stay on, but we'll get to the main reading in a second. Three of Pentacles came out. When might you guys commit? I feel like it might be like you being open to allowing somebody to come in and like create with you, like be a part of your creative process, be a part of your vision. And it may not be like a creative process literally, but just like when it comes to love, when it comes to that sort of energy. um yeah, when it comes to the creation of what you see in vision for your love life, will you allow somebody to come in and participate with you in that? And if it be that you are open to creating with someone, it might be that um until you find somebody that is on the same page as you, where you guys can co-create like your vision and be on the same page with each other, that is when you're going to commit. um I don't feel like it's just black and white, like, oh, it's going to happen in 2 years, because I feel like that's what we look for sometimes. But like when it comes to things coming together, it's not so much about like man-made time, and sometimes spirit will give that to us. And one of my good friends put it in a way that made so much sense to me. She said the only reason you were able to predict a time frame for me when it came to my partnership was because I was in the vibrational space for it to align in that time frame. You know what I mean? So it's like the saying, get ready, so stay ready, or get ready so you ain't got to get ready like when it happens. So like you keep yourself open to what it is that you desire and what you see, but also be open to hear another person. And if you guys align, if you guys resonate, if you guys can get together on that, if it's something that's compatible, something that is workable together, where you're not compromising your core values. And I say like core values be things like I'm not going to have sex before married, and the person is like, well, I want sex now. Well, obviously y'all not on the same page. Or I want kids and one person doesn't want kids, or you want to get married and one person that you want to be with doesn't want to get married. That's compromising core values and so on and so forth. So it's like little things. Maybe religion is a big deal breaker, things like that. Are they an animal lover? Are they not? Like things like that. Or maybe deeper things. Can we co-create and collaborate together in our visions and our union? And if not, then you ain't it. You ain't the one. We ain't gonna commit. So that's when you and your partner gonna commit, when y'all can get on the same page, right? That's how you know. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot. Um, Thank you for all the views. Like we're gonna have fun tonight. At least I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna try to make it fun here, with our Ghetto Fairy Lives. We're gonna do different themes every week. That's the beauty of Ghetto Fairy Fridays, is it's going to be some sort of dope theme, and like with a little bit of like witchy, little stuff in there. So we're gonna throw that together. 11 people in the room. I know. And yeah, it was 11 people watching at one point. So yeah, there's those ones that I've been talking about and I've been seeing. All right, moving on here, Miss Brianna. You're welcome, sis. Thank you. I appreciate you. Last but not least, Miss Rowe. Let's see what you got. Will you find a good man? All right. I'm prepared for the answer. You know what I hate? I ordered these dope ass cards today, and I wanted to use them for my live. I actually wanted to use two tarot decks. I wanted to use the Moon Witch Tarot and this new deck that I ordered. It was supposed to come today. But the time frame was like, well, the window was like 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and it's 7:30 here, so it wasn't guaranteed that it was gonna come right on time. So I'm kind of mad because I wanted to use those cards, but I'm gonna find a way to incorporate them in a reading. We're gonna use them. We're gonna use them. Okay. Um, but yeah, let's see. Miss Rowe, will you find a good man? Yes, you will. It's all about our intentions and our vibrations, right? So you got the Hermit card. I feel like this is a yes. And the Hermit card, I feel like this is speaking about where you are. You're not, I use this word season a lot. When I say like season, I don't mean like a literal season such as like winter, spring, summer, fall, but more so like a energetic timeline, or like a space in our journey, a chapter in our book, like where we're supposed to be. And as the Hermit energy, it's like this is the time for self. And I feel like the year, because the Hermit is the number 9 in the tarot, 2025 is number 9. It is, that is the vibration of 2025. It equals, in numerology, would be the number 9, the vibration of 9. So during 2025 might be a year of you really, um you might not be single in a sense of like you don't, date anybody, or, have some run-ins here and there. But I feel like for the main part, it is going to be about you next year. You will find a good man. And I feel like Spirit is saying yes with the Hermit card. It's like this, yes, your soul knows the truth of that. The soul knows that you deserve a good. You're asking because you know there's one out there, but maybe you haven't found him. This is a soul search card. Your soul is seeking the good man. They exist. You wouldn't be seeking this lantern wouldn't have this star in it if it wasn't something that was meant to align or meant to happen. You're seeking that. So as you're seeking that, in truth, what you're seeking is, I'm trying to like put this into words because I don't want to rush the reading, is because I feel like the message is a little more complex and a little more deep than just like hurry up, bitch, just get it out. But to kind of put it in a short paragraph for you, um the year of 2025 is going to be a year about yourself, where you're really deeply um searching like where do you want to be in life. And I feel like as you do that, it's a part of the journey of you aligning with your person. Yes, you will find a good man. It's just about the right timing. It has nothing to do with like you're never going to find a good man, or there's no good men out there. That's not the testament of this energy. I don't get that. This, you're in the season of singlehood, like where it's not it's not really centered around others. It's like, where am I at with myself? Where is my journey taking me, or where do I want my journey to go? It's like a purposeful and intentful focus throughout the year. So it's not to say that you won't have some crushes, or you won't go on dates, or have some flings, or maybe even find your good man. But in order to align with the good man, this your soul is seeking something a little bit more deeper, because your person is a part of that that deeper alignment with self. What is your intention in life? Where is my purpose at this time? Or where is my life focus? You know, personally for me, like, if that makes sense, like, okay, um where do I want to place most of my energy this year? What is my main focus and goal for self that's going to improve me? What is the alignment with my soul? And as you do that, you're going to find your good man, because you're seeking from your soul. So therefore, that which is of your soul is going to align with you, and you align with it. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm not just running my mouth. But yeah, that is what I see. So that was my 5 fairies. Thank y'all so much. That was y'all free one card pool. I'll probably do that next week as well. I'll let you guys know, depending on how lengthy the next topic is. But I like doing this. It was fun. It was my pleasure. I thank you guys for interacting. So we're gonna get into the main collective 2025 love prediction reading. So I'm gonna use a spread that I created. Let's get the timestamp, because just in case people don't want to sit through the personal parts of the read, so they have something to reference and go off of. So let's tap into that real quick. Get our timestamp. Okay. Let's see. Timestamp 3129. Okay. All right. So love predictions 2025. Let's move this. I cannot see anything wrong. What did I do? My iPad is like so crooked and weird looking. Hold on. Um, Maybe I should just lay it flat. I'm gonna do that because my eyesight is like, bitch, what are you doing? Okay. All right. But my body's telling me I don't wanna hurt nobody. Some comedian in the background. I don't know what they listening to. You're welcome, Ro. My pleasure. Thank you guys. Okay. So let's get into the collective reading. Um, First things first. The first thing we're gonna look at is, what is the overall energy or resolution for your love life by the end of 2024? So by the end of this year, what is your overall energy or resolution for your love life by the end of this year? So what is it that you're looking to achieve or close out? What is your, energy around that? Let's see. Divine Spirit, for this collective, overall energy or resolutions for the love life. And it might be a few things that come through. So just take only what makes sense to you, what you know and to be true or rings true for you. Okay. Because if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Don't force it. 9 of Pentacles. Some of your goal, your resolution or energy is, I want to be happy single. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Some of you guys are willing to wait. Okay. You are willing to wait for the right person, which is good. You are willing to do that. I don't feel like you're in the position where you even want to settle. You have the Page of Cups as well. Some of you guys are working on your resolution for the end of this year is to work on your heart posture. Where is my heart in relations to love? Some of you guys might even be a little more ushy gushy about love. You might be using visualizations, being more imaginative. Some of you guys might be drawn to, like, I know lately personally for me, like, I love fairy tales. I love them. I really do. I feel like they're not as, like, up in the air and as, like, unrealistic as people try to make it out to be. Like, people use the word fairy tale in the sense of, like, being delusional, but fairy tales actually have a lot of life lessons in them. If not all of them, they have life lessons in them. Even the most famous Cinderella, they all have some sort of life lesson in them, something that you can practical, in a practical sense take and apply to your life. So, but in more so like a childlike sense where you do believe that you're deserving of the prince charming or the princess. You do believe that you're deserving of a love that will take care of your heart and you take care of their heart. Like you believe in that. The Page of Cups is very romantic. It could be like the music that you're listening to. Could be girl or guy, whoever y'all resonate with this. I found myself like a few hours ago. I was like scrolling on Instagram and I followed this couple page or whatever. And it was this like couple page and it had like a carousel post and it had all these cute like couples on it, and then it had like these cute memes and like little quotes and things like that, and it had Luther Vandross, If This World Was Mine. And I don't know, I just started crying. I'm like, oh my god, like this song, I love that song though. It's one of those songs when I hear it I just go oh, and it's like my heart just gets all warm and fuzzy. I don't know, I just got emotional, and like I love the lyrics of that song. It's beautiful because it's like a mutual exchange. That's what I miss about R&B music back in the day, how when they would do like, the duets, and not even just R&B music, but just like the duets back in the day was just like so romantic and like mutual exchange. It was giving mutual energy. Like nowadays when we listen to love music, it's like mainly about situationships and you broke my heart and you got the side chicks and I don't want nothing with you. I just want to have a good time. And you a H word, you a B word. These injas ain't ish. Like I'm tired of hearing that stuff. Like the beats and stuff. It's kind of relatable to the times that we're in, but it's like, damn, what happened to the men getting on the bended knees and the women being like, Shantae's got a man at home, and like, sis, you can have a good man too. Like, what happened to that era of music? Like, gosh, dang it. But yeah, um, yeah, this is beautiful. So that's what I'm getting for, just your closure for 2025. So let's move on to now we're getting into the nitty gritty of 2025. So your current energy and love, what energy are you bringing? This is good. What energy are you bringing into the year 2025? What type of energy are you bringing into your romantic life? Like the start of 2025. What's that essence and energy? Because that is everything. And this is a good point to check ourselves. Like, are we bringing good vibes? Which I feel like you are. If you're, just based off of picking up the last energy, I feel like it's a pretty good energy. But let's see. What energy is this collective? And it could be multiple energies and cards that want to come through for people. Are we bringing into 2025? Okay, cards flew out. Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. Some of you guys are kind of unsure where you are fully. It's like, okay, I know what my stance is. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. What this is my intentions. But at the same time, it's like, but where am I at with love? Am I in the right alignment? Am I doing too much? Or, is there anything that I could be doing to block it? So you have questions around like where this shirt is so annoying. Where you are when it comes to love. Am I on the right track fully? It's almost like you question yourself. It's like what you're doing is like the right. It's like, yeah, that you're more so in a positive direction than not, but it's just kind of like I feel like you are taking your training wheels off when it comes to love. This is a new application of how you move in love. So like you're good on the bike with the training wheels. Now it's time to take the training wheels off of the bicycle. So it's like, okay, I'm comfortable in the space of knowing what I want and what I don't want and doing that. But when it comes to actually moving forward, like if I do meet someone, am I really ready? Am I gonna like mess things up, or am I gonna block things? Am I doing too much? It's kind of like this back and forth in your mind. You might question it a little bit, but honestly, the truth. I feel like with the Two of Swords, it's that energy of like double-mindedness. It's like the intuition exists because you have that crescent moon. So you don't have all the answers, but you have enough to navigate. You have enough insight and clarity or inkling or emotional like navigation to discern what you're doing and where you're at. But because it's not a full moon, it's in other words, it's not a full sense of clarity or full cushion of comfort of that like 3D comfort level of confirmation, like, yeah, or just like a straight up yes or no from spirit or someone else telling you. It's like you may not, you may not fully be sure of yourself, but nonetheless, it's like, whether you're on the right track or not. And for the most part, I feel like the most of, this collective I'm picking up on, at least, you are on the right track. So the energy that you're bringing in, it might be a little bit of like feeling uncomfortable, unsure of yourself, um, a little afraid maybe to step out of your comfort zone and apply, like I said, apply these standards, apply these beliefs, apply these desires and goals, or open yourself up to them. It's like, again, taking the training wheels off. Some of you guys might, just as a side note, might wonder or question something about your options in love, like whether, mm, it's like something about stepping out of your comfort zone, because I was getting like, some of you guys might be moving, or you're thinking about moving or relocating. Some of you guys, it could be like dating outside of your race, or like maybe a certain age group or something. Like you're expanding your options, the type of like places that you go, that you hang out, or the means in which you like connect with people. You might be trying something different, if that makes sense. Okay. Or led to, at least. So um the love that you seek, what are you truly desiring in love? We're going to uncover what kind of partner or connection or experience is your soul really looking for or calling. And these cards just came out. Okay. A lot of cards came out, but I'm going to take the ones that fell out upward. So, Knight of Swords flew out of the deck. The King of Cups flew out of the deck. And the Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you guys might journal. You might journal about, I'm gonna have to take this shit off because I can't do it. So y'all gonna see the big backedness, okay? Because I can't take it no more. Um the energy, yeah, it's like you want some, like, you might journal this, or you might be guided to, like, I don't know, it's like a form of manifesting. So like it could be just writing a list of what you're seeking, what you're looking for, specifically like the type of connection or experience you're looking for, or it could be like you're doing some form of like intentionally manifesting it. So whether it's like a vision board, or just like you scripting or writing to your partner in a journal or something, you might have a journal dedicated to your person or something like that. You want somebody that you can go all in wholeheartedly. And I know that we're taught that it's not safe to totally go all in with someone, especially if you feel like, okay, it's safe, but you might be afraid to fully, not rush, like frivolously rush. I feel like you have to feel safe with somebody to do this. It's like, if I find somebody that I feel safe in their arms, I'm not talking about from a place of like my woundedness in the past, or, me settling in the past, but like where I'm at now with love, where I want a safe space in a person, where my heart is safe in their hands and their heart is safe in mine. Can I just completely be my authentic self wholeheartedly, where I don't have to play games, pretend like I'm the cool guy or the cool chick that doesn't feel anything, and play these mind manipulation games, the dark feminine games, and all that shit. Like, it's cool to have that mystique about you, but like, when do you take that fucking mask off and like show another side of you? Like, it's okay to be a multi-layered person. It's okay to be a multi-layered, like, um divine energy, whether it's a masculine or feminine energy. It's okay to be that. You don't gotta be, playing mind games and like this energy, like power dynamic bullshit that they talk about. Like, that shit is good marketing. I'll give them that. That black cat shit, and the golden retriever archetypes and the dark siren. Like, okay, that's cool how you break that shit down. Like, it's cool. And it's cool. I mean, it's okay to be empowered and know who you are and not let anybody play in your face, and make time for yourself, love yourself first. But when it comes to manipulation, it takes away the organic exchange of a connection that you're supposed to have, the building that you're supposed to have. It takes away from that. It just, it doesn't make sense. It takes away the natural human interaction. So this is what you're looking for. Like, I want somebody that I can be vulnerable with, be completely naked with, and we might both kind of struggle sometimes with our insecurities, but can we love each other still and not judge each other or look at each other lesser than? Like, that's the thing. Like, I want somebody, King of Cups, that my whole heart itself can be safe with. Like, I'll jump in if you jump in. I'll swim if you swim. Let's dive deep together. Like, I'm willing to do that. But it's like, is it safe though? Because yeah, obviously with the Ten of Swords, you could have been really, really betrayed in the past. You might have had experiences where you just leaped all in a connection, where you just gave it your all, where you just leaped, you leaped deeply into something um before it was time, or before you got that full reassurance that that person was like, it was safe with them. It could have been just like your attachment to the idea of, like, we had to experience this. This is the thing. Like, this isn't a moment to shame the self. It's not a moment to look back at yourself like, oh, you're so stupid. It's like, you had to learn. You had to go through that. It's like, if you didn't go through that experience, it's like school. Are we gonna say, oh, I'm stupid because I was in kindergarten at one time? Like, you had to go through that. You had to go through the different stages. You had to learn the different learning stages based upon your ability to learn, whether it was your age or whether your capacity to take in information, and maybe how fast you learn, you progress. But are you going to shame the fact that maybe you didn't always pass your exams or your tests, or the fact that you were in preschool and then you went to kid? Like, you had to go through that. So to look back at yourself and be like, oh, you were so stupid, or you're so dumb, you had to go through that. You're not going to come into this world fully mastered at everything, if anything at all. Like, you're not going to come in this life that way. So there's no use for that. But I do feel like there was a time, maybe with the Ten of Swords, that you overextended yourself, and you learned the lesson about that, and discerning, and the value of your heart, and you know who to trust and who not to trust. What type of relationship are you really looking for? Why you're attracted, or why you might find yourself attached to certain people. Like, you had to learn that, and maybe you're still learning some of these things as well. Looking back and reflecting and unpacking. All right. So, your potential partner's energy. What is the energy of the person coming into your life, or the person you are currently involved with? If you're currently involved with someone, just place it where it resonates. If you're completely single and you want to know who's coming towards you, what is the vibe? What is the potential energy of this person? Like, as far as like their intentions, their personality, what they bring to the table. Like, let's get some insight into that for this collective divine spirit. Let's see. Okay. The Nine of Cups. Sure. Let's see. The Three of Wands. The Hierophant. I'll pull one more. Two of Swords. Okay. Could be someone that comes in, for those of you that are single. If anyone comes into your life, it could be someone that you feel very drawn to them in a way, like they almost feel very close to what you're looking for. If they're not the real deal, then they feel very close to it. With the Nine of Cups, it's like, but for some of you, I feel led to say that people are going to start coming towards you more, or people that you feel like are attractive in energy and essence, and then, physically, you're going to be drawn to certain people, I feel, um, because it has something to do with like your self-fulfillment. Like, you're at a place where you're happy with where you are with yourself, and that doesn't mean that you don't have your moments where you question, or you have a concern around love and relationships. But for the majority of your life, it's like, I like my peace. I'm happy with this area of my life, or I'm striving for self-fulfillment and joy, and you're not really looking for that external validation of joy and happiness through another person. And that's going to attract people that are on that vibration. Like, I feel like it might attract some fruit flies, and some, it might attract some mosquitoes and stuff. It might attract those type of motherfuckers too. But for the most part, it's like you're gonna be more so attracted to people that are on that same length of being able to generate their own happiness without trying to extract it from everybody else and not find it within themselves. So it's like that energy is like you're anticipating more. Some of you guys, the vibration of anticipating someone that's serious about you, even if it doesn't lead to marriage or like, but like serious about you, meaning like this is someone that is like honest. They are looking to either settle down themselves and kind of like explore what's out there for them and decide who and what is best for them. They're not just out here frivolously dating. They're not out here wasting people's times. They don't have a warped perception or sense of relationships or, whatever gender they're into. They're not going around with this bitter mentality. Um, it might be a tough decision that you might have to make because it could be some people that you end up actually liking, but a part of you is like, but I feel led to still like keep my options open. And for those of you that are dealing with someone, because I feel like that's for the collective of you that are single. Let's see for those of okay. 8 of Cups flew out of the deck. Page of Swords. You're willing to walk away if it means like you'll find your peace. Yeah, Fool. Because some of you guys are seeking more commitment. So this could be those of you that are involved with someone. This is someone that maybe that you're not fully committed to, or you want to kind of turn up the volume on the commitment. So like if it's at a certain level where maybe you guys are exclusively dating, but you guys aren't really moving, it's like you guys are just kind of like there's no progression. It's just like straight, no level of progression, or it's kind of just up and down, or it's like this roundabout cycle. It's like something that is not consistent, or it's not elevating, it's not growing. And it's like you feel at this point you want some sort of new beginning, you want change, or you want to create something different. And it's like, if I don't get it from this situation, I'm willing to explore what other experiences may be out there for me if this person does not make that solid. Because some of you guys are not happy with where you are, but I don't feel like you're not going to express yourself. With the Page of Swords, it could be that you get very blunt, very innocent in your stance. It might be like you just blurt it out, like you just say what you feel. You're not filtering it. You're not trying to backtrack or hide how you feel. It's like, no, I'm gonna be blunt and I'm gonna be honest with what I feel, and I'm gonna say what I mean. And if you find yourself being the one that's kind of having the cold feet, your person that you are connecting with might be the one that's like wanting to have this conversation. Okay, so that's what I see for you guys. So as far as your potential partners, or sorry, your challenge, my bad, your challenge on your path or obstacles that might arise in your romantic journey. So what challenges might you face? Like just as a heads up so that you're prepared and you know how to work through them. Let's see. Mm, wow. The Tower and the Judgment. Those are very, very powerful, heavy hitter cards to have. Um, the challenge is going to be, again, like for those of you that are applying like this newfound stance that you have with love and relationship standards, your vision, a new level of confidence and self-love maybe, and like applying that to your journey. It could be kind of uncomfortable for you. You might kind of feel thrown out in the bus. Like let's say like spirit does put someone in your environment and you might have to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you made a vow to yourself that you weren't going to play small in love anymore, or you weren't going to just only open your options up to one type of person or age group or race or whatever the case may be. And you're being very open in that conviction. Like, okay, let's do it. It's something that is going to trigger you to really be about it. And it's not a bad thing. I just feel like it's an uncomfortable feeling. It's not a bad experience. It's just like the challenge is the uncomfortability that you feel with restructuring your whole, like, the way that you relate to love. It's going to be uncomfortable a little bit. It might be like you had an idea of the type of person that you should be with, and um the person that you're drawn to or comes into your life that you feel called to, you feel a pull to, like, oh, wait a minute, what is this? It might challenge what you thought you said you wanted, and it's not a bad thing. And sometimes spirit will kind of like put these energetic experiences in front of us to see how evolved we really are, how willing or ready we are to expand. Because I say this, for example, like people say, they have a type, right? And some people might say they don't have a type, but if you look, they have a type, whether it's a physical type or whether it's like a certain type of personality or type of vibe that a person gives off that's kind of reminiscent of someone else or multiple people that they've dated or been in a relationship with. And when something challenges that comfortable archetype for them that they typically go for, they're going to do a few things. I'll say three things for the most part people do. They'll either run scared, like, I'm not willing to do that, therefore you're not ready to evolve past your little box, your little bubble, so you'll run. Or two, you'll try to, or someone will try to control that thing that they don't understand rather than being the brave one, which is number three. Number three being, I'm going to show up because I'm ready to expand. Like the soul is saying, I'm willing to experience this. It's different for me. I'm drawn to it for a reason. My soul is drawn to this for a reason. But the ego or that comfortable space or that, that fixed energy doesn't want to evolve or grow past what it's used to. It doesn't want to experience different things because the soul needs something to keep it going, to feed it, to keep it elevating. But it's like the ego likes this little comfortable space. It likes to be right all the time. It likes to know what everything is, like what's going on and how is it going to happen. So the brave person, number three, that option is someone that's ready to expand and say, you know what, this is not what I'm used to, but I'm drawn to it and I'm willing to see and I'm willing to open up. The closed-minded persons, one and two, one will run. They'll make all excuses and be like, oh, I can't, oh, it's not, blah, 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 run. And then two, those that are in that vibration of, I'll take it on, but I want to control it because I want it. I want to see what it is, but I'm going to try to conform it to be what I want it to be. I'm going to try to mold this person to move how I want them to move. And when it comes to true, genuine connections, you cannot do that with anything, not just romantic connections. You cannot do that with friendships. You can't do that with family. Like, to love somebody as they are is to don't put your hands on somebody and try to mold them into what you need them to be. If this person is at a place where they're growing and leveling up, like if they're not your vibe, they're not your vibe, step back. But if it's somebody that you're saying, okay, this is different, but I want to see about it, you're not going to learn by trying to put your hands on the pot and control the narrative in the situation. So allow people to choose what they want, just as you are free to choose what you want and what you don't want, and what your soul is ready for and what your soul is rejecting or not ready for. It's your free will choice. So I kind of get this vibe of that. That's the energy that I get, in short, from the Tower and the Judgment. So that's the challenge. Unexpected surprises. Oh. Unexpected surprises, events, encounters, revelations that will shape your love life in 2025. Let's see. All right. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for your wisdoms and your guidance. Our angels, our ancestors that are here for this collective that is meant to receive this message. You got the Five of Pentacles. Interested. Well, that's weird. I meant to say interesting. So some of you guys, you might actually find that someone that you think might not be interested in you actually turns out to be interested in you. It might be one of those situations, or if you're in a situation like you're seeing someone or you're in a relationship, you might think there's some level of like you're rejecting something and you're rejecting the thing before it even gets a chance to reject you, if it even rejects you at all. And in this instance, it feels like it's not going to reject you at all, or it's not rejecting you. You just think that, oh, my partner, they ain't going to want to. It could be something as simple as wanting to try something different in the bedroom and thinking, oh, my person is not, they ain't going to go for that. And the whole time this person might be like, dang, and if it's, I mean, it could be anything, but I'm just using that as an example. If it be that it's someone that you might be interested in, you might think, oh, this person would never be interested in me, or I'm just completely not their type, and they don't want to talk to me. Whole time, you is this person's type, or you at least somebody that they are interested in. They might also be rejecting themselves when it comes to you as well. It seems like it's a mutual energy. Like two people in their head, thinking that the other person is not down for what they're down for or interested or something like that. It could be one of those things. Spirit, let's see. Exciting energies in love for 2020. Okay, 5. Okay. This card flipped. Oh, you got the 10 of Pentacles. Huh. Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Ooh. Some of you guys like might find, so maybe that little freaky little scenario I said might hold some truth to it. Because some of you guys might be like, this person doesn't want to try this in the bed. And then if y'all do try it, it might lead to a pregnancy or something for y'all. Or you never know. Like, you guys could be passing up on somebody that will be very significant. Like someone that maybe you might end up settling down with the 10 of Pentacles. This looks like this is the most happiest 10 of Pentacles I've probably ever seen in the deck. It don't look like the couple that looking like they're mid argument. And like the elder is like watching on standby, like he better not put his hands on her. It doesn't give that stiffness to the 10 of Pentacles. It feels like a happy family. It's um a, a mommy and daddy with their baby, and the couple is like hugged up, like they're happy to be together. So like this could lead to some sort of like family dynamic. And if you guys are not, into kids and that's not something you see for yourself, it could just be a metaphor for you guys building your own home and family stability of some sort. And again, some of you guys might be straddling the fence. There's this double-mindedness with you guys, and that might be the challenge. That might be the theme throughout the year. Like, how have you mastered your fears? Or are we about to see? Let's see where we at with that. Because number 9 can be taken as a card of like completion, a number of completion, or a number or numerology like of mastering something. So like the 9 energy could challenge this wise sage, like, yeah, you're wise and you got this, you know what you're doing, but now it's time to apply the knowledge and really walk in that, kind of like the hermit. It's time to walk in that, walk in alignment. And nobody ever said that just because like you got the light, you got the knowledge and the wisdom, that you're gonna know how everything is gonna turn out. But you walk the path, you show up, you got the light, you got the lantern to guide you, to lead you. So will you accept? So the Page of Pentacles could also be too, like you could meet somebody at work with all these pentacles. It could be an opportunity to move, like maybe it's an offer for you to move in, or if it's not you being asked to move in and you asking someone to move in with you. It could be settle down, let's have a baby, there's some sort of, and it feels long awaited. Like it seems like this was a long time coming. And if it's not like a long time coming with a specific person, it's just the energy or the scenario, the situation. It seems like it was a long time coming. But yeah, you guys are challenging your healing. So I never say this asteroid right, but it's either Chiron. It starts with CH. So the Chariot, I recently learned this, that the Chariot being Cancer, um, and having the Chariot being a similar root word to Chiron, or means Cheerio, or chariot or something like that. So when that asteroid was first discovered, it was in the late 70s, and it was discovered in Cancer, in the sign of Cancer. So the significance between that asteroid and Cancer is very significant. So this could have something to do with like the root of your healing. So you might want to look at where that asteroid is in your chart. So of course, in order to get the most accurate, you got to have all your birth information, like, where you were, the time that you were born, exactly the time that you were born, the day that you were born, the location in which you were born, so that it can locate where your stars were at in the sky. So you want to know, it's best to follow up and see, like, okay, well, what kind of healing, maybe where is my challenges going to be in regards to love, or maybe where these things might be challenged somehow, just to heal that. But the exciting thing with this is that if you take those chances and those risks and you take your training wheels off, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay. It's all about learning. You don't have to know how everything is gonna go. Like again, like don't shame yourself for being a beginner in some areas. It's okay. We ain't gotta know everything. It's alright. Okay. Um yeah, so if it's something that you're gravitating towards that you don't usually do, and I told you my good sis, when I gave her that reading, I this is one of my favorite testimonies because it's like I get to see in real time how God works. Because in my mind, I'm just giving her the message. I'm not thinking deep into it. I'm not attached to it. I'm not worried about, oh, is it going to come to pass? I just said what I said. So when I told her, sis, you're not going to be single for long. And some of this, I had to be reminded of these things I said because some of this I don't remember. She said I told her that she was going to meet her man in July, her husband, her now husband. She was going to meet someone in July, her husband. I don't remember saying that shit. I don't remember even saying within a year, but it happened. I do remember telling her that, okay, these people are not your soulmate, but your person's coming. So just enjoy your single season, do you have a good time? And that's what she did. And she said, and I told her, like, you might be guided to do something you don't usually do for love. So whether it's like you might go on a dating site or something, like you're not into, it's something that you wouldn't normally do, but you just feel guided to do it. That's where you're going to meet your husband. Lo and behold, I'm not gonna say what dating site she went on. It's probably one of the dating sites I would like. That's the last place I would ever think somebody gonna find a healthy partnership. But hey, she found her husband on there, and it was just divine how it all came together. So when she told me about that, I was like, okay, bet. Um, yeah. So anytime I hear a message that says like enjoy your single season or don't be closed minded when it comes to love. Like I don't always get timelines and stuff all the time. I don't always get that. I feel like that's really a gift to be able to like give an accurate time frame or something. I hate fetching for shit. Like it's okay to be like, oh, I kind of feel this, kind of, because you feel like it's that window is there a little bit. But when I get a download of like specific things, I know it's God because I don't always get stuff like that. So it doesn't always got to be about a timeline. But the thing is like timing, majority of the time is really about just vibrational alignment. That's really what divine timing is. That's really what timing is. The right place at the right time. Your receptivity level, your yeah, I don't want to say obedience like you're just this beneath being, like you're beneath God, source, the universe. But like when you are in alignment and willing and receptive and you adhere to the guidance, trust it. It's like Cinderella. So I said Cinderella, like if we take a step back and like stop thinking that it's unrealistic for a good person to have the universe have their back and have people have their back and for them to be at the right place, right time. But see, she showed up for herself. She showed up to align with that divine timing, you know, showed up, went to the ball and was herself and attracted the person. Her prophecy came to pass because she looked at that castle every morning she woke up. Like that castle was a part of her destiny. She just knew. We don't know how the journey is not meant for us to fully have it mapped out. That is not how life works. We'll never experience life if we have to have a complete map of how it's going to happen. Sometimes we'll get a prophetic vision, but the way to it, we don't need to know all of that. Just be ready, stay open, be ready. And it's easier said than done sometimes. But yeah. Okay. Did I even pull a card or I'm just talking? Just okay. I didn't go to the net. I'll just be like, okay. Space. Okay, let's go. Um so lastly we're gonna ask what is the guidance? What guidance do we have here to align with our highest good and love? So this offers us a practical and spiritual advice. I'm going to use the wisdoms of the fairies for this one, and then our last is going to be your romantic outcome for 2025. But let's keep this a little open. So yes, the outcome, it may be something that is kind of meant to be set in stone. Oh wow, it's Cancer. It's in your 12. Wow. Uh oh. Yeah, it might be something that's just like to give you a heads up or maybe like a potential outcome or like based off of your energy or if you're in alignment, like this is what could be, right? I don't want to keep it like set in stone, especially if it's a general collective read. Like let's keep it open. All righty. So what is the advice? What does our divine team have for us? We have Carry me home. This is one of the little love cards. And it's number 27. It says support, time to be carried, allow others to help you. So I feel like, yes, you're used to carrying everybody else because whether you are a man or a woman, you may not identify like I doubt straight men be watching this shit, but maybe they are guided to or whatever reason. But this is for anybody that's meant to resonate. It could be for man or woman, straight, gay, doesn't matter. Like whoever resonates, you resonate. Your magic of you, and I feel like I picked this up before in another one, maybe my first fairy live that we did, where I was picking up that a lot of people will gravitate towards your essence and your energy because what it brings. So like how it benefits. And some people it might be like those that are not so kind or see kindness or see that type of energy as powerful or worth the value. It's like I know it's valuable, but I'm not gonna treat it as such. I'm gonna take advantage, the energy vampire shit. And then there's those that really do benefit and really do understand the effect of your energy. And you might be the strong person all the time or perceived as the person that the go-to everybody goes to you, or everybody just assumes that you have all the answers, or you have the ability to just help and heal everybody. And but it's time for you to be carried through too. And I feel like when it comes to love, there's like a dynamic where I'm getting two different energies. So like there's a dynamic of maybe feminine energies that's used to always carrying their partners and like being their support in a way that's almost like coddling, and I feel like we've all been guilty of this, and maybe not even just with romantic partners, but I feel like this dynamic of like the partner doesn't even have the chance to show up and be their fullest self for you because it's like you being that safe space. It's like, no, you don't have to do that, I got it. Or, oh, you got a problem, I'm going to try to solve it for you, and they don't have the chance to fully solve it themselves. Whether it's because they're not ready, or they're just taking advantage of your energy. And then the opposite side of this could be like a masculine energy that is not used to people supporting and loving them. So it's like, no, I got this, I do it all by myself. No, 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 no. Spirit is saying allow somebody, whatever side that you resonate with. The key here is to allow someone, my bamboo is trying to attack me, um is to allow someone to show up for you. Okay, so you have cry for nature, number 8, mourning for something sacred which seems lost. mm. Some of you guys might have to, yeah, get to the root of something that you feel like was lost. It could be a part of yourself that maybe you kind of felt sorry for, or just kind of shamed, or was like pitying, like, oh, that person that I was weak, or was naive, was stupid. No, show that part of yourself compassion. It's a sacred part of you. I'm going back to that analogy again, where it's like, are you shaming yourself for going to kindergarten? Like that was necessary. You had to go through those different grades and stages of learning. So what's different from your life experiences as a whole, as an adult, or whatever experiences you had? Look at it from that perspective. I had to learn that lesson. It's okay. I'm not going to come in this life mastered. Okay. So this year could definitely be the year that you were really working through those traumas and like learning to find compassion for yourself, forgiveness for yourself. With this number 8, it's making me think of this was 2024 was the year of the 8. Then we have number 24 with golden gift, magical help is on its way. So again, be in that place of receptivity. Okay, that support energy can also speak to your divine team. And I did reference Cinderella, like how she had helpers. She had her fairy godmother. She had her little animal friends that supported her, had her back, looked out for her. Allow that to happen, because your divine helpers are just as important on your journey, um, to get you to where you need to go, and vice versa. Because I'm pretty sure you play divine helper for people as well. So it's important to be that for others, but it's also important to allow people to be that for you, even if they're just in your life for a season, or just somebody that you meet one day and they're meant to like, you know, get you. I don't know what I'm saying, like It looked like a concert line at first, and then it could be like a club, but like you know how they have like lines. You gotta wait in line, get checked in and things like that, or to get accepted in if you're going in a club or something like that, depending on what type of club or where you're at. But um somebody might like have some favor, move some things around for you in favor of you to get you ahead. And it could just be metaphorically speaking. It doesn't have to be literally those two scenarios or spaces, but just like allowing somebody to be that. So what is the potential outcome? And I'm open if it's more than one card, spirit. So potential romantic outcome for 2025. I'm gonna use my own fortune, my love fortune cards for this. Hmm. I said this already. Didn't I say this? Didn't I say this? New baby. For some of y'all, you might be having a baby. Baby. A bundle of joy, children, and family. So if it's not like a new child, it could be like someone that has a child and that's, becomes your child. You guys take on that, or you you creating your own family and um or being a part of someone else's family, like having that extended family, you and your person coming together with your family and their family, like something like that. Let's get another card because that wanted to come out really bad. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn some of y'all. Okay. I'm going to take these two and then we're going to leave it at that. So, gamble. These cards is resonating. They hitting, okay? It says tough decisions, choices between lovers, or risk. Remember, I was saying it might not be between lovers, but it could be like types of lovers that you go for. Like, okay, I'm usually used to these type of partners, but I'm gonna open up my option to somebody different or some sort of risk. Like the key here is taking that divine guided risk and chance. Take your training wheels off and go in the direction that seems uncomfortable, but at the same time, you're drawn to it. I'm not talking about getting yourself into something dangerous and like, oh, I never met this person. We just met online and they want me to meet up with them and fly out to see. I'm not talking about putting yourself in dangerous situations. But if it's like something where it's like superficial things and it's like, um, oh, I only date people that are 6 foot such and such and such. And then your soulmate might be 5'11". Like, are you okay with that? And that's not really short. Like, but people be doing too much. Like, oh, I only date blondes, and then your soulmate might be a redhead or some shit like that. Like you just never know. So be open. And the person could be beautiful to you, but you going in your mind, but oh, but she got freckles though. Like that's fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like dumb shit like that. Date. Someone is going out, have fun and live a little. So yeah, y'all gonna meet some people. I don't see like y'all having dry spells really in love. And if you guys are seeing someone, um, it could be like you guys taking a chance and doing something different to spice up your relationship. And like I said, it's gonna lead to a baby. I don't know. For somebody, it's gonna lead to a baby. Okay. I don't know. All right, so that is the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was fun. I loved it. We're gonna do something different next week. I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out, sit with it, see what our next theme is going to be for next week. But yeah, that was the reading. So now to the little witchy poo side, witchy bay side. We're gonna get into that. Let me put my cards up. I'm gonna show you guys how I made my Walu Fairy Water. Now, if you guys are familiar with me, I've made plenty of my own spiritual waters. Like if you're familiar with Florida water, who isn't, right? Florida water, Cananja water, um, Peruvian water, all them waters. And they're used to like cleanse your spaces and like welcome in your ancestors and divine team, or you could put them in spiritual baths to like, cleanse, extract, negative energy or just stagnant energy off of you, clear your aura, your energy, welcome in good vibes, do floor washes. You can do money spells with it and things like that. So my Walu water is personal to me. So that inner, fairy in me, this is what I created. So it kind of has like a similar ingredient to a Florida water, almost kind of similar, just a little bit different. There are some key things. Um, so I don't have all the ingredients out, but I will name the main ones. I do have some here. Hold on. So yeah, so this was just like the purpose. I put this together. I just crafted it mainly for cleansing purposes, like your altar spaces. If you want to take a spiritual bath, maybe, rub down your spiritual objects like your candles before you use them, or your crystals before you use them. Put them in a little bowl, maybe to invite your spiritual teams. Like if you believe in the elementals, like I do, the fairies and things like that, it's gonna be like, you setting something up for them or giving it to them, putting them in the garden or something for them, whatever, however you feel led to do it. But yeah, it's just like you can use it for whatever magical intention. It's all about your intention. And what I said about magic in my last two videos, magic is about intention. It's about what you believe, like your essence, your energy that you put into it. The more you believe it, the more you enjoy what you're doing, the more love you put into it, the more powerful and potent it is, because it could just be some water. The thing about like when I use certain elements and things like that, especially herbs and plants and things like that, they have healing properties, medicine properties, and they also have spiritual like metaphysical, magical properties. So everything that I do is intentful and why I use what I use, the ingredients. The shit smells good too, by the way. That's a plus. That's a plus. So yeah, this is to cleanse your home of, like, if you want to just like splash this, like spray it, you can put it in a little spray bottle. I can't get up, but I've made a few of my little Florida waters and I put them in little plastic spray bottles. Just, you can find it probably on Amazon or some shit like that. Um, mm, I'm gonna put the timestamp as 78 minutes because I didn't even think about that. Okay. Um, yeah, so let me put the timestamp. So for those of you that just want to, skip, or if you sat through the whole entire reading, or you don't care for the reading, you just want to see this part, you can have the option to skip. So yeah, you can use this, like, put a little bit of this in your bath water. I put in this pretty little bottle. It's so pretty. I don't even think this is giving it justice, but it's so pretty. Um, so you can put it essentially in any type of bottle, or how much you want to use. I didn't make a big batch of it like I would my Florida waters, and of course, this is one I have. I put it in a Douce bottle. This is my Cananja water. I made this for my ancestor space. So that's my own that I made, and it smells really good. I have others that are put in like 12-ounce bottles. I think it is. Maybe not 12 ounces. Sounds a little too big. And then spray bottles. You can just spray your sacred spaces. You can spray your crystals, clean them off with your cards. You don't feel comfortable spraying your cards. I understand, because you don't want to mess them up. But your sacred objects that you use before and after you use them, before and after you do a reading or you tap into something, you want to cleanse your energy, cleanse your home with the essence. You can put in a little spray bottle. So you can put a little in your bath. Maybe you don't want to use the whole thing. Obviously, I wouldn't, because but you can always make more. So let's get into the ingredients. All right. The main ingredients of this is always going to be water and vodka, and you want to make sure that it's 80 proof vodka. It don't got to be nothing expensive, child. It doesn't. Sometimes you can use alcohol, but I don't want to use rubbing alcohol. I don't like the smell of it. That's part of it. I don't like the smell of rubbing alcohol, so I wouldn't prefer putting that, especially if I'm going to put it in my bath. I would rather have vodka in my bath water than having rubbing alcohol. That just doesn't, especially as a woman, you don't, it sounds a little painful. So I don't know about that. But I don't have the distilled water in here with me, but distilled water, not drinking water, not spring water, not alkaline water. You want to use distilled water. And the key is half and half. So half vodka, half water, and whatever like fits the bill, the size. You want to make sure it's half of whatever your bottle size is, if that makes sense. I use like a little drain cup thing. I don't know what you call it. I can't remember what you call those things. But yeah, you need your vodka. You need your distilled water. Um, like in my Florida waters and stuff, I use orange blossom water. It's kind of like a fragrant water. Yeah, so I use that. I use my rose water. Rose water you can make on your own. I've made rose water before. All you do is just boil your roses in some distilled water or something like that, and let it sit, drain it, and bottle it up somewhere safe and put it somewhere cool. But you can find this at food stores usually, or like international markets. You can find this, but um, I have found it at international markets, and if I can't get to one, I just order this shit off Amazon. So you want to use a little dash of these, just a little bit, not too much. Especially if it's like a small thing that you're using, you don't need too much of this, just like a little. Okay. Um, I used a lemon oil. You can use lemon oil, lemon balm. Lemon balm is really good, but I have lemon essential oil, just a couple of drops of that, and some jasmine oil. But you can use any type of oil. You can use lavender oil, you can use lotus oil, whatever you want to use. I This is just what I chose because I like the smell of like citruses. I like the smell of like jasmines, and I like patchoulis and stuff. I didn't put any like woody smells because the smell I wanted to be kind of light and floral, like a fairy. Like I wanted to smell like a pretty mystical garden, if that makes sense. The other ingredient that I put away, I use a little bit of dry lavender, just a little bit, not too much. Lavender. Oh my god, I keep knocking stuff. Lavender does have a like a kind of like a potent smell. So I wouldn't use too much of that. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. So yeah. All right, and then the herbs. The herbs I use mint, some mint leaf, some real herb. You can use dry mint leaf, I suppose, or maybe mint oil, but I want herbs in my water. Usually I do that. So I'll get to that in a minute. The more natural the better. Like I don't like all those chemicals and stuff. So like with Florida water, it has all those dyes and chemicals and stuff and fragrance stuff. Like I like essential oils and literal herbs and plants. Sometimes I'll use lemon peels for my in exchange for the lemon oil. I might use lemon peels, like little skinny, spirals of it. If I'm using oranges, I'll do the same thing with oranges rather than using the orange blossom water, but I like using orange blossom water. Rosemary. Rosemary is another herb I put in there. So I put just one of each, not too much, because this is a small. It's not really that big. It's really small. So that, and your next ingredient, your flower of choice. I use pink. Specifically, I wanted pink roses, but you can use any flower that resonates or any color. I use these light pink, baby pink roses in there. And the other ingredient that I don't have out, but I use glitter, like the pixie dust, like gotta have the glitter. So I used glitter, different color of my choice. You can use whatever color you resonate with or what you feel like is aesthetically pleasing to you, or has, if you want to incorporate that color magic that I talked about. And think it was last week's live. I talked about color magic and utilizing it. It sends out a signal and vibration. So, depending on what your intentions are for your water and what you put into it, the energy you put into it, the colors are up to you. So the glitter, that was the last ingredient. Next thing, all you do, you pray over it, hold it, set your intention, shake it up, make sure, and it looks like this. My lighting is pink, so it probably doesn't look right. But um yeah, so it's really pretty. And what I'm gonna do, because typically with like spiritual waters, in order to get the potency of the fragrances and the herbs, because I'll usually leave them out like sitting somewhere in a dark place. If you want to put them by, like if there's like a moon, like a let them if you make this on the start of the first quarter moon all the way through the full moon cycle, you want it to complete the full cycles of the moon, the more powerful and potent it is. And then if you like to, you can take out all of the dry stuff out of there, the dry herbs out of there, because sometimes it might stink and like get moldy and stuff, especially if you don't put it somewhere in a cool space. Or but over time, naturally, you don't want to keep that stuff in your, especially if you're going to put it on your body and stuff. It kind of stinks a little bit. It's like leaving old food in your refrigerator for too long. You don't want that smell. So I usually extract all of this stuff. It looks really dope and real herbal witchy look and all that shit. Aesthetically, it looks good, but after a while, you don't want to leave it like this. So, um, you can pour it into like a cup or a bowl just to separate, and then get one of those little strainer things, and then just re-pour it in there without all the extra shit in there. So just strain it of all the dry stuff. And then it's just going to be like a pure color of water, or just like whatever color it is now. And possibly what I'm going to have to do, my glitter is probably going to, well, no, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe the glitter might stay in there. It might not stay in there. I don't know. But you make it your own vibe. It is really up to you. For those of you guys that do love Florida waters and stuff like that, I feel like it's just special to have your own Florida water. I've made many. I've made the ones that I prefer anyway, like this traditional Florida water. I try to stick traditional to the traditional ingredients, and then add a little bit of my own to make it personal to me. I've made Peruvian water, the Conanja waters. I've even made my own goddess waters before. And it's just about intention. So I use them. I put them on my altar. I rub stuff down, or I'll put them in a bottle and spray it around, or, rub it on my hands real quick. So at the end, so that is the Walu Fairy Water. So I love it. I need to let it sit. It's new. I just made it recently. So I need to allow it to sit for a minute and, get all of its potency. And then when it's good and ready, it's going to smell good. It already smells good now. But when you get everything just like, you get it marinated, okay, it's like really, really good. So yeah. Yeah, y'all. So that's the live. Mm, this shit don't like me at all. It just keep like, but I'm clumsy. But if you guys would have a topic in mind, I would be open to, as long as it sticks to the whole vibe of what we're doing, if you want to see like, different magical things, we can go there. I love candle stuff. So the next thing, I don't know, maybe we'll do something with candles. I don't know, maybe. That might be my next magical thing, because I kind of touched lightly on like incorporated candles into um the last two things that I did. What was the first thing? I don't know. What was the first one that I did? I don't remember. Oh, my honey jar, my sweetening jar, my fairy sweetening jar, and then my oh, this bamboo. This bamboo is like, bitch, if you don't stop knocking me over. Um my pixie, my fairy dust that I made. And this too, like I said, everything has to be done with intention. And I have it on my neck too, so I have my fairy dust. I put it in a little pendant so I can carry it with me. Like when I wear it, I might take it off of this chain and put it on something else and just wear it. It's just a reminder of your magic. It's like one of those things again, like that inner child self, that's the magician energy. Like you got to incorporate all those elements, all those energies. Like your imagination is everything, child. Like if you don't have that, and not saying to be delusional, but again, energy like water, expect this, let me get into the water thing, because some people just think, oh, it's just some water, you just put some stuff in there. Have you guys ever seen the Dr. Emoto water experiment, where he had different waters that they would speak different affirmations to? Depending on the affirmation, it would affect the water in a specific way. So like if we spoke positive affirmations, the water would crystallize in like these really pretty shapes. If you spoke negatively, it would get really muddy and just like icky. And if you didn't speak any type of affirmations, it was just like a water that just kind of looked distorted still as well. So that is a testament. So like if you use spiritual water and you set your intentions, if you pray over your water, like just your drinking water, like people do that. They speak over their water, and they speak that intention to go in their bodies and purify them, heal them. And you yourself are made up of we made up of a lot of water. So speaking positively over ourselves, I do believe holds a lot of effects. And sometimes we kind of miss these concepts. We kind of forget the power of the divine and how vibrations and energies and words really are powerful, and like the world around us and the elements and plants and flowers have life in them. They're living things. So like when you have plants and you talk to them and you speak to them, I love my bamboos. These are my babies. And look how strong and sturdy these mugs. You can't really see them, but speaking over them and speaking life into them, the more vibrant and pretty they are, and the longer the flowers last. And like I noticed my room doesn't really stay sunny all the time. Like certain parts of the day, like depending on like the day, sometimes it's really sunny, and then if I have my curtains up and stuff like that, it's dark. But I noticed that my flowers last longer in my room than they do outside of my room. And that could depend on like different energies of people coming in and going, and like, their energy, their conversations, the people I live with and stuff like that. But in my room, my flowers last longer in here, and they don't necessarily need all that sunlight sometimes. So it's a testament to vibration and energy. So that's that. You could put a crystal in there too if you want to, if it fits in your little space. Like you can do that. It's your water. You do what you want to do, boo. You do what you want to do. It's your magic. Make it your own. You can take some of the like I said, the key thing. The only thing that I would say is like key to your spiritual water is the main ingredient is distilled water and vodka, because that's the base of your spiritual water. You need those two. But like as far as the herbs you use, the essential oils, if you use any, if you use plants or fruits, spices, even you could put like cinnamon in your water. It's up to you. I think I put cinnamon in my Kananja water. So it's up to you. You do what you want. You can put sea salt, you can put black salt, you can pepper shit. You can do whatever you want to do. Yes, I love me a good candle too, sis. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the cologne, the spiritual cologne, like people just buy it. I'll say like Florida water smells good as shit. It does. It really does. All the water smell really good. I think my favorite one, like I love Florida water. It smells amazing. But Peruvian water and Cananja water is like my favorite out of that. But it's all of those chemicals and stuff in there. And it just looks pretty. It's been commercialized in the spiritual community. Like everybody knows about Florida water. But I feel like it's just more special to use your own. It's your own shit. Same thing with candle magic, like make it your own. Like you put your own shit on it, you put your own herbs in there, spray whatever you want, sprinkle whatever you want, write sigils on it. It's your own thing. You can print your own images out on it, do whatever you want to do. So yeah, I think the next live magic aspect of it at least will be candle. We're gonna do some sort of candles. And then I will come up with the theme for next Ghetto Fairy Friday. So I appreciate the interaction, you guys. This has been a pleasure. And yeah, that is alive, y'all. That's where we've done our thing here. I think we've done it justice. So remind yourself that your journey is a self journey first. It's a journey of discovery, of self love. Okay. So yeah, just trust your process, okay? And may your 2025 be blessed and abundant and expansive and masterful. Masterful. And yeah, if you guys want your own 2025 reading, it's an extensive reading. I do quarterly. I have like a quarterly aspect. I tap into different key aspects of your journey, affirmations. We add in there rituals, things to keep you on track. It's kind of like coaching and reading. So that will be on my website. I will leave the link to my shop on here so you guys can check something out, see if you guys like it. And yeah, book that reading if you like. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Until the next reading, much love.